And deputies, I believe we do have one individual that will need an interpreter this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to do the general announcements in English, and then I'll handle him afterwards. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is approximately 11:03 p.m. a.m. here this morning, and this is your first appearance. My name is Judge Marcus Thorpe, and I'm one of the associate magistrate judges here in Clayton County. I have several things that we're going to talk about here this morning. So during the course of our conversations, if you're having trouble hearing me, ladies and gentlemen, please let me know, and I'll be sure to speak up for you or clarify any questions that you may have. First, ladies and gentlemen, I am not here to try your case, take a plea, or have any legal discussions with you about the specific facts of your case. The purpose of today's hearing is to inform you of the charges against you, to advise you of certain rights, to set bond on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bond, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. Each of you has the right to remain silent. Please do not attempt to tell me specifics about your case or any legal defense you may have. As I said earlier, we are streaming live here, and so anything you say can and will be used against you, and you not only make myself a witness, but those around you as well. Now, in addition to your right to remain silent, you have a right to a presumption of innocence, the right to an indictment by a grand jury for felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury. You have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf. You have the right to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you. You have the right to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense. You have the right to have an attorney represent you, and if you cannot afford one, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. And then lastly, those of you all who may not be citizens, some of these charges may adversely affect you. And so I strongly advise you to speak to an immigration attorney after today's hearing. Now, in addition to advising you what you've been charged with, there are some of you all that I will advise you, or each of you, what your bond is. The bond is an amount that you would pay to the sheriff's office that would allow you to be out pending the resolution of your case. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are three ways to make bond that I'm going to discuss. The first way that you would ordinarily make bond would be to pay what is called a cash bond. And what that means is you would pay to the sheriff's office the total amount in the bond that I would give you this morning, plus any applicable fees to them. They would then hold that amount for you until such time as your case is closed. Now, once your case is closed, then that money is returned to you. Now, if it so happens that you happen to not have that full amount in bond, you can do the second way of making bond, which is what we call a commercial property bond, or excuse me, commercial bond. Now, the difference between a commercial bond and a cash bond is that with a commercial bond, you are not responsible for the entirety of the amount owed. So you would only be responsible for anywhere from 12 to 15% of the amount that you would owe. And so I'll give you a quick example that I like to use for people. If I tell you that you are charged with a battery, family violence, I tell you that your bond is $6,000. If you choose to use a cash bond, ladies and gentlemen, you would be responsible for the entire $6,000. If, however, you say, I would like to use a bonding company or commercial bond, you would only be responsible for 12 to 15% of that, which would be roughly about $750 on my example. Now, the final way to make bond, ladies and gentlemen, would be with the use of what is called a property bond. A property bond is where either you or someone you know owns a piece of property that they are willing to put up for your bond. And what they would do, ladies and gentlemen, is that piece of property would then go to the sheriff's office. So you'll hand the piece of paper called a deed over to the sheriff's office, and then they would hold that piece of paper until such time as your case is closed. When your case is closed, they then return that to you with any other information that you provided to them regarding your property. Now, in addition to advising you what you've been charged with, there are some of you all, ladies and gentlemen, who have what are called special conditions to your bond. Now, there are allegations on several of these documents here this morning, for those of you all who are taken into custody, alleging that you physically harmed someone. And so when I advise you not only that your bond is a particular amount, I may also advise you that you have special conditions not to return to a particular place or not to have contact with someone. If I tell you that you are not to return to a particular place, ladies and gentlemen, please don't return. If it was somewhere that you were living prior to the date of this accident, or excuse me, the date of the offense, please, if you make your bond, please make sure that you get with the sheriff's office and that you advise them that you would like to go back to that property. They will take you there, but they will do so only within 10 days of your release. And so the example is, if you are charged with aggravated assault or battery family violence, if I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that your bond amount is $6,000, you make that bond, I give you stay away conditions. They are to stay away from that particular address. You are to do so unless the sheriff's office accompanies you there within 10 days of your release. Now, there are some of you all here, ladies and gentlemen, that unfortunately I am not by law allowed to give you bond this morning. It may be based on the charges against you. It may also be based on your criminal history. If in fact that is the case, that it is one of those two reasons, I will advise you whether or not I'm able to give you bond or not. If I am not, I will then give you the next scheduled court date that you have, where they will be able to reconsider your bond at a later date. Now, in addition to, as I've advised you, the charges, I've advised you how much the bond will be, I've advised you whether or not you have any special conditions. Part of that is also, if I tell you not to have contact with someone, don't have contact with them. That may mean you cannot email them, you cannot write them, you cannot text them, you can't DM them, you can't do anything as simple as write a song to them, ladies and gentlemen, because that will be a violation of my bond and subject you to additional felony charges, such as stalking, aggravated stalking, or influencing a witness, and fines of up to $20,000. Now, the last thing before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, would be speaking about what is called a preliminary hearing. A preliminary hearing is a hearing where you are present, the judge is present, as well as the police officer who arrested you. They are present there to then review the information against you to determine whether or not there is enough evidence to proceed against you. If there is not enough evidence, you will be released then. It doesn't mean necessarily, ladies and gentlemen, that your case goes away, because they could very well bring it back at a later time. But for that current time, your case will be dismissed. Now, if you are charged with a felony, you will automatically get a preliminary hearing. If you are charged with a misdemeanor, I will ask you whether you would like that preliminary hearing here this morning. If you would like that preliminary hearing, upon my asking you, you will simply say, yes, Judge, I want that hearing, and then I will give you the date upon which that hearing will be held. If you decide that you do not want that hearing, I'll simply ask you again whether you want it, and you would tell me, Judge, I do not want the hearing. Now, the big difference, because I oftentimes get asked that, having the preliminary hearing, again, it's not your trial. It's where you are present, the judge is present, and the officer. If you have that hearing, it is long before your trial happens. It is long before your case is indicted. It is a time when they can review whether it may even go to the prosecutor. If you tell me you don't want that hearing, it will move it a little quicker, and it does go to the prosecutor a little sooner than it otherwise would. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have everyone please raise your right hand. All right. Now, this time I'm going to administer the oath to you. Do you swear or affirm that the information that you'll provide here this morning during this morning's hearing, as well as that you have provided on your court-appointed counsel, if it is the truth and nothing but the truth to help you God? I need everyone to say, I do.
I do.
All right. Please, I don't see, is there anyone here on behalf of the interpreters for Spanish interpreter? Yeah, I don't see them here. Give me one moment, Deputy. I'm gonna see if they left a message of any kind or if they intend to be here, if we'll need to continue this, gentlemen.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor. Sit down. Juvenile squad room.
I'm standing by, Jackson.
Okay, you gonna let him know?
Yeah, let him know.
All right.
Yeah.
Did he say wait? Let him know.
Hi, deputies. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I couldn't get anyone on the line. I sent them a message just to make sure. So if we could set him to the back and hold and see if I can get anyone. If not, maybe we can do the language line and try to get him at the end.
Okay, we have a juvenile if you're ready.
Okay, and what is that gentleman's name?
Akamar. I think he's the first one on the list.
Adonis Alkarin.
I did not get paperwork. I saw everyone on, but I did not get, I don't think I had paperwork for that gentleman.
Let me call intake clerks and talk to them.
I'm checking again here just to make sure. It's Alkarim is how you spell the last name, is that correct? I'm looking at the list.
Yes, George.
Hey guys, these cups.
Yeah, they didn't check it, they didn't provide, yeah. Whoever did it this morning, I'm sending a message as well. Please provide.
Okay, good.
But if you could just follow up with them also.
I will do.
All right, deputy, if we could, let's hold the juvenile as well.
Okay. Start with the juvenile. Okay, go ahead. Who else?
Yes, please.
First lady is gonna be Barry. 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 All ladies come out, sit on the bench for me. Miss Cato. Cato.
All right, are you Miss Berry?
Good morning, Nato.
Good morning, Ms. Berry. Ms. Berry, you are charged with one count of aggravated assault, ma'am. That is a felony. Because it is a felony, ma'am, you're gonna have your next court date for your preliminary hearing, ma'am, is going to be December 29th. That's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. and that's gonna be via Zoom. Now, because you are charged with a felony, ma'am, I also have to give you bond. Your bond is going to be $25,000 here. You are going to have special conditions, ma'am, and they are to stay away from the alleged victim, and that is a Miss Joy Leslie. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, as it relates to anything that we have talked about thus far, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Now, I see here you are not working, is that correct?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am, so I am gonna go ahead and grant you a court-appointed attorney, and so you will have an attorney to be able to represent you on this matter. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Berry, that's all I have for you this morning. Good luck to you, ma'am. Next up, I believe should be Cato. Are you Miss Cato?
Yes, sir.
Give me 1 second, ma'am. All right, Ms. Cato, you are charged here with 1 count of possession of drug-related objects, ma'am. That is a misdemeanor. Because that is a misdemeanor, ma'am, you have the right to the preliminary hearing that we discussed earlier, or you can waive that right to the hearing. Would you like to have your hearing, ma'am, or waive it?
Waive it.
All right, so I am showing that you are waiving your hearing this morning. And I have here that you make about, you said about $3,800 a month, is that correct?
No, I don't have a job. I'm homeless. I don't even have an address.
Okay, so that's incorrect then. Okay. So because of that, ma'am, I am gonna grant you a court-appointed attorney here this morning. And so you will have an attorney that will be able to assist you on your case here as we move forward. Now, because you are waiving your hearing,
Got one though?
the sheriff's office will have a piece of paper, ma'am, that they'll have you sign this morning. And then one last thing, ma'am, your bond amount is actually gonna be $2,000. I don't know if I told you that earlier, so I wanna make sure I reiterate that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, waving that stuff.
All right, are you Ms. Davenport?
Yes.
Ms. Davenport, you were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass here. In that you were involved in an incident involving a Miss Aaliyah Malone at the address of 746 Garden Walk Boulevard. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, I am going to do a bond here in the amount of $2,500. You do, however, have special conditions, ma'am. That is to stay away from Miss Malone and also the address of 746 Garden Walk Boulevard. Now, I do understand, ma'am, that at the time of this incident, that was somewhere that you're living. But as I said before, you are not allowed to return there, ma'am, unless and until your case is closed, your bond is modified. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, according to the information I have here, it says you just started working, is that correct?
No, I put that I do work.
Okay. How much are you making per month?
I couldn't calculate in my head, but I make $20 and some change a month. I mean, a week, I'm sorry, an hour.
Okay. Do you have any children, ma'am?
Yes, I have a son.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and grant you, the use of a court-appointed attorney here this morning. And so you will have an attorney free of charge to assist you on your case, okay?
Okay.
Now, lastly, ma'am, as it relates to a preliminary hearing, because you're charged with a misdemeanor, you have a right to that hearing, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it?
Can I
I'm sorry?
waive it?
Yes, ma'am. So because I show here that you are requesting that we waive your hearing, once you and I are done here, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign, ma'am. And once you sign that piece of paper, Ms. Davenport, you'll be done here this morning, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions of me, ma'am, before I let you go?
No, not that I can think of.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Ms. Day, I see you joined us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish the ladies. I don't have very many left, and then we will jump in with the Spanish-speaking defendant.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good
Yes,
morning.
I'll stand by.
Okay, thank you. All right, and are you is it Jobert Hubbard?
Yes, Ashley Gilbert.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Hubbard, you were charged here with 1 count of battery as a misdemeanor, ma'am. Because you were charged with a misdemeanor, your bond amount is $3,500. You do have special conditions, and they are to stay away from a Mr. Christopher Webb and from the address of 202 Porter Lane. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes,
Now, as it relates to the information that you provided here on your court appointed, give me 1 second here. I want to make sure that I've got your agent now. Give me 1 second, ma'am.
I'm saying. We got a little bit of it. At least my one. You gotta do the inside now. Maybe shade about that. No, sir. You got hair on the teeth. That jack.
I'm almost ready for it. Give me 1 second, ma'am. I want to make sure we got your stuff. So Ms. Davenport, I have here that you are working or are you not working?
you want Davenport back?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I apologize. Ms. Jobert, excuse me. I have here, are you working or are you not working?
I own a nonprofit.
Okay, so
I don't have a secular job.
okay, and so based on that, how much are you making per month, man? If any?
Yeah, no, it's based on grants, so
Okay. Is there any income at all coming through that or no?
no.
Do you have any support whatsoever?
I don't have any family here. I'm not from here.
So you don't have any income at all coming through?
No.
Okay. All right, ma'am. So based on that, I am going to go ahead and grant you a court-appointed attorney here this morning. One last question I have for you, ma'am. Based on what you've provided here, it also being a misdemeanor, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, ma'am, or you can waive your right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive that hearing?
I waive it.
Okay. And so what's going to happen then, Ms. Jobert, is that the deputies here are going to have a piece of paper for you to sign. And then once you sign that piece of paper, ma'am, you will be done here this morning. Do you have any questions of me about anything that we discussed?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am, then that's all I have for you, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second, ma'am. I'll be right with you. And is it Price? Is that correct?
Yes.
Uh, I submit Price. You were charged here with 1 count of felony possession of a Schedule I drug and 1 count of felony possession of marijuana over an ounce, ma'am. Those are 2 felonies. Because you were charged with a felony, your next court date, ma'am, should you not make your bond, is going to be December 29th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's December 29th. That's at 8:30 a.m. and that's via Zoom. Do you understand that, ma'am? Do you have any questions thus far of what we talked about?
No.
And I see you are not working. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right, so I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer this morning. So you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case, okay?
Right.
Now, after your bond amount, ma'am, for count 1, the bond will be $3,500. As it relates to count 2, your bond amount will also be $3,500 for a total of $7,000, okay?
Right.
All right, ma'am, do you have any questions of me, ma'am? I'm sorry, ma'am?
No, sir, no questions.
All right, ma'am, then that's all I have for you With no questions, ma'am, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you Ms. Stewart?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Ms. Stewart, you were charged with one felony possession of a Schedule I drug. Again, that is a felony, ma'am. And then you were charged with one count of misdemeanor failure to maintain lane. Because you were charged with a felony, ma'am, if you don't make your bond, you will have an upcoming court date of December 29th, and that'll be at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. Again, that'll be December 29th. That'll be at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. Do you have any questions, ma'am, thus far?
No, sir, I do not.
Now, based on the information that you provided, ma'am, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Now, after your bond, ma'am, your bond amount is going to be $3,500 for the felony drug. And then for the traffic charge that we spoke of, the failure to maintain lane, your bond amount will be $500. So your total bond is $4,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions whatsoever before I let you go?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, ma'am, then that's all I have for you, ma'am. Good luck to you. Was it Ms. Tomlinson?
Yes, sir.
And you are Taylor, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Ms. Taylor, you were charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act as a felony, and then one count of misdemeanor open container. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you are charged with a felony, ma'am, if you don't make the bond that I'm going to give you here this morning, your next court date is going to be December 29th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's going to be December 29th, Ms. Tomlinson, at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Now, based on the information you provided this morning, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So, ma'am, you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case, okay?
Yes, sir.
And then as to your bond amount, ma'am, your bond on the first count, the open container is $500. Your bond on the felony drugs is $3,500 for a total bond of $4,000. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions I can answer for you before I let you go?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am, then that's all I have, ma'am. Good luck to you. All right, and are you Miss Williams?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Ms. Williams, you were charged here with one count of felony interference with government property. I believe we spoke yesterday on regarding a separate incident. So I just want to make sure you understand this is separate from that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, for this one, again, this is a felony. I believe it's alleging that at the time you were placed in the custody for the other matter, that they are alleging that you may have damaged some property that belongs to the county. Now, because that is a felony, ma'am, if you do not make your bond that I'm going to give you here this morning, your next court date is going to be December 29th at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's December 29th. That's at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Now, as it relates to your bond amount here this morning, your bond amount after the one felony will be $5,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am, then that's all I have for you this morning. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
We make one call. Oh.
All right, Your Honor, you ready for the Spanish speaker?
Say that one more time.
Are you ready for the Spanish speaker?
Yes, yes, I am. Ms. Day, if you can hear me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If I would, ma'am, please have you raise your right hand.
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm that the information that you're going to provide here this morning that you will translate from Spanish to English and English to Spanish appropriately, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Good morning, sir. My name is Marcus Thorpe, and I am the judge that will be presiding over your first appearance hearing this morning.
Buenos días, señor. Yo soy el juez Marcos Thorpe y yo soy el juez que va a presidir la lista de causas de la comparecencia inicial de la mañana de hoy.
My job here this morning, sir, is to advise you of what you've been charged with, and then to give you any bond that you may be entitled to based on those charges.
Mi trabajo acá en la mañana de hoy es informarle cuáles son los cargos que se le imputa y luego asignarle una fianza a la cual usted tenga derecho con respecto a esos cargos.
I will also advise you, sir, here this morning, if there are any special bond conditions as a part of your bond as well.
Y yo también le voy a informar en la mañana de hoy si a usted se le ha asignado alguna condición especial en su fianza como parte de asignarle una fianza.
Now, sir, you do have the right to remain silent.
Señor, usted sí tiene el derecho de permanecer callado.
You have the right to an attorney to represent you.
Usted tiene el derecho de tener un abogado para que lo represente.
You have a right to an indictment for any felonies that you are charged with and an accusation for any misdemeanors you are charged with.
Usted tiene el derecho de que se le formule un documento inculpatorio si se le acusa de un delito grave o que se le formule una acusación si se le acusa de cualquier delito menor.
You have a right to a speedy and public trial by jury and to compel the attendance of any witnesses to testify on your behalf.
Usted tiene el derecho de tener un juicio sin demora, público y ante un jurado, y de exigir la presencia de testigos para que declaren a su favor.
You have a right to see, hear, as well as question any witnesses called to testify against you.
Usted tiene el derecho de ver, escuchar e interrogar a cualquier testigo que declare en su contra.
You have a right to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense.
Usted tiene el derecho de declarar a su favor y de utilizar pruebas para ser o de traer pruebas para ser utilizadas en su defensa.
You have a right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford one, I can determine whether or not you qualify for one free of charge.
Usted tiene el derecho de tener un abogado y si usted no pudiese contratarse uno, yo podría determinar si usted cumple con los requisitos para que se le asigne uno sin cargo alguno.
Lastly, sir, while your case is a little different here this morning, I would caution you that if you are not a citizen of the United States, that this hearing may affect your immigration status. And so I would strongly suggest that you speak to an immigration attorney at the conclusion of today's hearing.
Y también, señor, si usted no es ciudadano de los Estados Unidos, algunos cargos, aunque esta audiencia o sus cargos son un poco diferentes, algunos cargos podrían afectar su estatus migratorio, por lo que yo le sugiero que usted hable con un abogado cuando esta audiencia concluya, un abogado de migración.
Before we get started, sir, do you have any questions about anything of me?
Antes de comenzar, señor, ¿tiene usted alguna pregunta con relación a algo, alguna pregunta para mí?
Lo más que no sabía de este problema, porque
Just that I didn't know anything about this problem.
Okay, and I'm going to go through that with you, sir, and explain to you why you're here.
Y yo voy a repasar eso con usted, señor, y le voy a explicar el por qué usted está acá.
Okay. So, sir, unlike some of the other individuals here, you are here because allegedly you have an arrest warrant against you out of the state of Maryland.
Señor, aparte de los otros individuos que están acá en el día de hoy, usted presuntamente está acá porque se le tiene una orden de arresto en su contra desde el estado de Maryland.
Okay. Without getting into any specifics, sir, it does allege that you were charged with assault in the first degree in the state of Maryland.
Sin entrar en ningún detalle, señor, sí se alega de que en el estado de Maryland a usted se le acusa de agresión en el primer grado.
Okay. Now, you were arrested here in Clayton County because that warrant is still active in the state of Maryland.
Ahora, usted fue arrestado acá en el condado de Clayton porque esa orden de arresto todavía está vigente en el estado de Maryland.
Okay. Now, sir, you have a couple of options that I'm going to go through with you.
Ahora, señor, usted tiene un par de opciones, la cual yo voy a repasar con usted.
Option one would be you tell me, Judge, I would like to have the officers in Maryland come and pick me up, and I will fight those charges when I return to Maryland.
La opción número 1 sería que usted me dijera, señor juez, a mí me gustaría dejar que los oficiales de Maryland vengan a buscarme y así yo podría pelear esos cargos cuando yo regrese a Maryland.
Okay. If you choose that option, then they have 30 days to come get you or we will release you.
Si usted elige esa opción, ellos tendrían 30 días para venir a buscarlo o nosotros lo pondríamos en libertad.
Okay. Option number two is that you may then say, Judge, I do not want to return to Maryland right away. I would like to fight the procedure, so not the charges, the procedure that the state of Maryland used against me. And if you do that, you will have to wait here for at least 90 days to get a hearing in Clayton County.
Y la opción número 2 sería que usted me diga, señor juez, yo no quiero regresar a Maryland inmediatamente. A mí me gustaría pelear el proceso, no los cargos, pero el proceso. Y el estado de Maryland, que el estado de Maryland tiene en mi contra. Y de esa manera, entonces usted tendría que esperar acá 90 días para que el condado de Clayton le otorgue una audiencia.
Okay. So again, option one, Judge, go ahead and send me back. And then they have 30 days to do so. Otherwise, the sheriff's office will release you. Or option two, you would like to fight the procedure that they used, and in which case you will have to wait up to 90 days to have your hearing date.
Ok, entonces una vez más, la opción número 1 sería, señor juez, proceda y envíeme de regreso y entonces ellos tendrían 30 días para hacerlo. De lo contrario, la comisaría lo pondría a usted en libertad. O la opción número 2, yo quiero pelear el proceso y en ese caso, entonces usted tendría que esperarse 90 días para tener una audiencia.
Having explained that to you, sir, do you have an idea of which you would prefer to do?
Y después de haberle explicado esto, señor, ¿usted tiene una idea de lo que usted prefiere hacer?
Sí, quiero regresar.
I want to go back.
Okay. So what you said, sir, is you would like to waive your right to the hearing and have them send you back. Based on that, the deputies, the police officers there with you, are going to have a piece of paper for you to sign. And then once you sign that piece of paper, sir, they will start the process to send you back.
Ok, señor, que lo que usted me ha dicho es que usted quiere renunciar al derecho de tener la audiencia y que lo envíen de regreso. Y basado en eso, los alguaciles o los policías que están ahí con usted le van a dar un documento, un papel para que usted lo firme. Y tan pronto usted lo firme, señor, entonces eso va a comenzar el proceso de enviarlo a usted de regreso.
All right, sir, that's all I have for you this morning. Good luck to you.
Ok, señor, eso es todo lo que tengo para usted en la mañana de hoy. Buena suerte.
All right, I believe that is all we've got. Deputies, that's the only individual we have that needs an interpreter, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Day.
You are very welcome, Your Honor. You have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And are you Mr. Bonner?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Bonner, you are charged here with 1 count of battery family violence, sir. That is a misdemeanor. Because you were charged with a misdemeanor, sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right, and we would send it faster to the prosecutor. Would you like to have that hearing or waive that hearing?
Waive.
All right, so I am showing that you want to waive that hearing. So based on that information, sir, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign. Now, I am going to go ahead and grant you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning. The only other thing I need to do, sir, here is talk to you, Mr. Bonner, about your bond, and then also talk to you about special conditions. Now, because Mr. Bonner, you were charged, although you were charged with a misdemeanor, it is a violent misdemeanor. I'm showing here that you are on probation currently out of Clayton County, case number 2021 CR 00293 for felony. And so I'm not going to be able to grant you bond this morning. However, I will, and Mr. Bonner, don't comment on that, but that's what your history shows. But I am going to go ahead and advise you, sir, that if and when you are granted bond, I am going to include a special condition, sir, and that is to stay away from the alleged victim in this particular matter. And that is a Mr. Otero, Otero. First name is Rich Marie. Do you understand that, sir?
Your Honor, I'm not on probation anymore.
And I understand that I saw that, but listen, I don't want you to comment on that.
My probation was terminated. My
Okay,
probation was terminated in June.
Mr. Bonner, let your attorney handle that. Don't comment any further on that, sir, because this is being recorded. I don't want you to say something wrong. But what I have right
Your
now,
Honor, that's why I've been getting the bonds.
Mr. Bonner, you're gonna have an attorney. I gave you one free of charge. That attorney is gonna assist you. But as of right now, sir, I cannot give you a bond with what I have.
A probation.
Mr. Bonner,
Giving me probation because
Mr. Bonner,
I have a probation.
you have 2 court dates coming up, sir. Your first court date is gonna be your preliminary hearing. That's on the 29th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Your bond hearing is gonna be the second hearing you have. That's gonna be January 2nd at 8:30 a.m. and that will also be via Zoom. Good luck to you, sir.
I'm not on probation.
That's the line. That's the line. Next man.
I'm not,
Next up, I believe, should be Mr. Brightwell.
no, I'm not on probation.
Are you Mr. Brightwell?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brightwell, you are charged with 1 count of battery. That is a misdemeanor as well, sir. Because you are charged with a misdemeanor, you have a right to have a hearing scheduled for you, or you can waive that right. And again, it will be sent up to the prosecutor sooner than later. Would you like to have your hearing or waive it?
I like to have it.
Okay, so I am showing that you are requesting to have that hearing, sir. Because you're requesting to have it, if you don't make your bond, sir, your next court date is gonna be December 30th. That's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. and that's gonna be via Zoom. Again, that's December 30th, that's at 8:30 a.m. and that's via Zoom. Do you understand that?
Yes, correct.
Bond, are you signing?
Now, I understand you just started your job, is that correct?
Yes, sir. This week.
Okay, so because of that, sir, I am gonna go ahead and grant you a court-appointed attorney who will assist you on your case. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me about anything, sir?
Yes. So will you be granting the bond? How much is
Oh, I'm
it?
sorry, I apologize. I didn't tell you that much. The amount. Yes, sir, I have given you a bond. The bond amount is $3,500. You do also have a special condition, sir, and that is to stay away from the alleged victim in the matter. And I have it as and I don't want to mispronounce this. Is it Kennedy? And you don't comment on this, but Kennedy or Kennedy Rushing.
Yes, correct.
Kennedy Rushing. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, correct.
All right, sir, that's all I have. Good luck to you.
All right.
All right. Are you Mr. Coleman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Coleman, you are charged with 1 count of failure to yield as a misdemeanor, 1 count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime as a felony, possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Sir, because you were charged with at least 1 felony, if you don't make the bond that I'm going to give you here this morning, sir, your next court date is going to be the 29th of December, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's going to be the 29th of next month, excuse me. And that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, after your bond, Mr. Coleman, your bond amount, and we're going to go through each individual charge. Count 1, the misdemeanor will be $500. Count 2, the felony, $8,000. Count 3, the misdemeanor less than 1 ounce, $1,000. And then possession of drug paraphernalia. The final count 4 will be $1,000. So your total bond, sir, is $10,500. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. And I have to make at least 10% of that through a commercial company.
12 to 15%. So if it's 10.5, you'd be looking at roughly about $1,250 with the bond company. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Appreciate it. Yes, man.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
A. Bonner, he refused to sign his waiver sheet.
Okay. If you would just put refused on there and I'll sign it when it comes over. All right. Are you Mr. Elliott? Well, actually, Deputy, he shouldn't be, he was charged with a felony, if I remember correctly.
No, he had battery, but he was on probation.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, just put refused on there and then I'll sign off on it. Okay. Are you Mr. Elliott?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Elliott, you were charged with 1 count of misdemeanor defective headlight, 1 count of suspending driver's license, 1 count of no tail light, and 1 count of expired registration. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The defective headlight, sir, carries a bond amount of $500. The suspended license, $2,500. The no tail, $500. The expired registration, $500. And sir, your total bond therefore is $4,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, because Mr. Elliott, you were charged with misdemeanors here, sir, you have a right to an attorney, you have a right to a preliminary hearing for something like this, or you can waive your right to that hearing, sir. Would you like to have the hearing or waive it?
I'd like to have it.
Okay. And so because you are requesting the hearing to move forward, if you don't make your bond, sir, your next court date will be December 30th. And that will be at 8:30 a.m. And that will be via Zoom. If you don't make your bond, again, December 30th at 8:30 a.m. And that will be via Zoom. Do you understand that?
Understood.
Now, I have gone ahead and appointed you a court-appointed lawyer, sir, Mr. Elliott. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case as well. Do you understand that?
Understood.
All right, Mr. Elliott, then I believe that's all I have for you, sir, unless you have any questions for me.
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Is it Mr. Gore?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Gore, you are charged with here with 1 count of misdemeanor battery, sir. That is a misdemeanor. Because it is a misdemeanor, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive your right to that hearing, sir. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it?
Wait.
All right, sir, so I am showing you are requesting to waive your hearing. Now, because you are requesting to waive it, that means the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign. And then once you sign that piece of paper, sir, after I advise you what your bond is, you'll be good to go. Now, because you are charged with the misdemeanor, sir, I've gone ahead, I've granted you a particular bond. The bond amount on the 1 count of the misdemeanor is $3,500. You do, however, have special conditions, and they are to stay away from the alleged victim in this matter, a Miss Queen Hall. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions of me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Are you
Mr. Hinton?
No.
What's your name, sir?
Jackson.
All right, so Mr. Jackson, you are charged here with 1 count of loitering and prowling and 1 count of giving a false name. Those are both misdemeanors, sir. Because you are charged with misdemeanors, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, Mr. Jackson, or you can waive your right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it?
Wait.
All right, sir. So because I'm showing here that you're requesting to waive your hearing, once we are done here this morning, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign, okay?
All right.
And I want to make sure that I'm reading this correctly, sir. You are not working, is that correct? You said correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so because you're not working, Mr. Jackson, I am gonna go ahead, I'm gonna appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, sir. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you, okay?
Okay.
Now, a couple of things. As to your bond, sir, your bond amount first is going to be $2,000 on the loitering and prowling, $2,000 on the giving false name, for a total bond of $4,000. Do you understand that?
Sure.
You do have special conditions, sir, and they are also to stay away from 2709 Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro. Do you understand that?
All right.
All right, Mr. Jackson, that's all I have, sir. Good luck to you.
Jackson, did you wait?
And your last name, sir?
Mitchell.
So, Mr. Mitchell, you are charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana over an ounce. That is a felony, sir. Because you are charged with a felony, I'm going to give you a bond here this morning, but if you fail to make that bond, sir, your next court date is going to be December 29th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Again, that'll be December 29th. That'll be 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I understand you are working and you're making 2,500 a month, is that correct?
Roughly somewhere around there.
Okay, but you have 5 children, is that also correct?
Correct.
All right, so Mr. Mitchell, as it relates to the possession of marijuana, I am gonna go ahead and give you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, and then Mr. Mitchell, lastly, as it relates to the bond, your bond amount is gonna be $5,000, all right?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, sir, that's all I have for you this morning. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is it Mr. Romero?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Romero, you're charged with 1 count of misdemeanor simple battery, 1 count of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of public drunk. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, because these are misdemeanors, sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing that I spoke of at the beginning, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it?
Have it.
All right, so if you don't make your bond, sir, your next court date is going to be December 30th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Again, that's December 30th. That will be at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as it relates to your bond here, sir, Mr. Romero, your bond amount on count 1, the simple battery, is $5,000. Count 2, the disorderly conduct, $2,500. Count 3, the public drunk, $2,500. So your total bond is $10,000. You do have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from the alleged victim, Ernest Manuel, and also where this was alleged to have happened, a place called Black Friday Deals. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Romero, at this point, do you have any questions of me about anything?
No, sir.
All right, that's all I have for you, sir, then. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you Mr. Simon?
Yes.
So, Mr. Simon, I have here that you were charged with 1 count of speeding, 35 miles or greater, 1 count of reckless driving, 1 count of erratic lane change, 1 count of possession of less than an ounce of marijuana, and 1 count of suspended registration. Mr. Simon, those are all misdemeanors. Because those are all misdemeanors, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, sir, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it? All right, you said have it? All right, sir, so I hear that you are requesting the hearing. And so if you don't make your bond, sir, then your next court date is gonna be on December 30th at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Again, that will be December 30th. It's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. and that's gonna be via Zoom. Do you understand that? Now, as it relates to the actual bond amounts, I'm gonna go over those with you here, Mr. Simon. Beginning with count 1, the speeding, your bond amount is $1,000. Reckless driving, $2,000. The erratic lane change, $500. Less than 1 ounce of marijuana, $1,000. And the suspended registration, $500. So your total bond, sir, is $5,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Are you Mr. Sinkfield?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Sinkfield, you were charged here with 1 count of felony aggravated assault and 1 count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Because those are felonies, sir, I am going to discuss with you bond here this morning.
Yes, sir.
And whether you qualify, Mr. Sinkfield, for a bond. But then your next court date, regardless, sir, you're going to have actually 2 court dates. Your first court date is going to be your preliminary hearing. That's going to be December 29th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's December 29th, 8:30 a.m. and via Zoom. You're going to have a second court date, sir, and that's going to be your bond hearing. And that's going to be where they can reconsider bond at that time on January 2nd at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Now, the reason that they're doing that, sir, is based on the information I have here this morning. I am not going to be able to grant you bonds, so you're going to be on a no bond status. Do you understand that?
No, sir. I don't understand.
So the reason being, Mr. Sinkfield, the information I have on the arrest warrant alleges a crime that, based on what I'm reading, is not one that I feel comfortable granting bond. So at this point, I'm not going to grant you a bond. The only other special condition you have is you're going to have to stay away from the alleged victim, Mr. DeAndre Norwood. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Are you Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Smith, you are charged with one count of felony possession of Schedule 1 drug, one count of misdemeanor open container, sir. Because you were charged with at least one felony, I am going to discuss with you a bond this morning, Mr. Smith. But if you are unable to make that bond, then your next court date, sir, is going to be a preliminary hearing, which will be December 29th. And that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. And that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's December 29th. That's at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, as it relates to your bond, count 1, the possession of a Schedule 1 drug, your bond amount is $3,500. On count 2, the open container is $500. And so your total bond is $4,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, I see here you are working. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you do not have any children, and so you will have to hire your own attorney. Do you understand that?
That's okay.
All right, so Mr. Smith, do you have any questions about anything of me?
No, sir.
All right, sir, then good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you Mr. Tomlinson?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Tomlinson, if I remember correctly here, I think you had a couple of cases. So I'm going to discuss more than one with you. So the reason that you are here in custody, sir, is that you had an initial charge here. And that is 1, an open container, and then 2, defective headlights. Do you understand that, sir?
Open container.
You are Tory Tomlinson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this one is alleging back on November 28th that you were in a vehicle that got pulled over and you were driving at the time, it says, and that you had your headlights weren't working and they found you to be in possession of a bottle of alcohol that was open. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's the first one. Now, for that case, Mr. Tomlinson, I want to tell you that I am going to grant you bond on that, okay? On that case, your bond amount for the defective headlights is $500, and your bond amount for the open container is $500 for a total bond of $1,000. Now, when they picked you up, Mr. Tomlinson, you had a outstanding warrant. You had a warrant for a theft by receipt of stolen property that they are alleging that you were in possession of stolen property back on September 13th of last year, 2024, and that you were also charged with misdemeanor forgery in the 3rd degree, okay? So 2 separate cases, a headlight, an open container, and that you had an old warrant from 2024 where they said that you were in possession of an item here.
That's what the item.
Looks like they were saying you were in possession of stolen alcohol.
So sure they got the rights to it, Thompson, though, because
I can't comment on that, sir. I can only tell you what I'm looking at.
okay.
Okay.
Yes,
And so I'm going to give you a bond on that case. So as it relates to the felony theft by receiving, sir, your bond amount is $2,500 on count 1, and then your bond amount on count 2, which is the forgery. They said you were in possession of a business check. Your bond amount on that case is going to be $2,000. So you're going to have a total of $4,500 on this case and $1,000 on the second one. Okay.
Right.
Do you understand that? Hold on, Mr. Thompson. So a couple other things. 1, because you were charged with a felony, your next court date, sir, is going to be the 29th if you don't make your bonds. It's going to be the 29th of December, and it's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom, okay?
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and grant you a court-appointed attorney for your case. So you'll have the assistance of attorneys on your cases as well. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, because you got 2 cases, Mr. Tomlinson, I am going to go ahead on that misdemeanor one, and I'm going to set that for the same day so they can try to hear it on the same day. So then that way you don't have to come back a second time, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, sir. Any questions?
No, no, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank
Mhm.
Question.
Nah,
Are you Mr. Washington?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Washington, you're charged here with one count of criminal trespass, sir. That is a misdemeanor. Because you are charged with a misdemeanor, Mr. Washington, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive your right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it?
No, man, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, sir, and then since you're not sure what you want to do, I'm gonna grant you that hearing just to protect you, sir. And so your next court date, if you don't make the bond that I'm gonna give you here, is gonna be December 30th. That's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Again, that's December 30th, and that's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you understand that?
All right, sir.
Now, as it relates to your bond, Mr. Washington, your bond amount is going to be $2,500. And you do have a special condition, sir, and that's to stay away from 6629 Mount Zion Boulevard. So this is the place where that happened, that gas station, okay?
All right, sir.
Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, sir, that's all I have for you. Good luck to you.
All right, sir.
Thank you. All right. Are you Mr. White?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. White here, you have two counts here. The first count that you're charged with is felony criminal damage to property in the second degree.
No, that ain't me. That's not me.
What's your first name? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you Casey?
Yes.
Okay, excuse me. They got it out of order. Give me 1 second, Mr. Casey. All right, I got you right here, sir. So, Mr. Casey, you were charged with two counts, but you were charged with one count of battery and one count of terroristic threat. The battery, sir, is a misdemeanor. Because you are charged with a misdemeanor here, sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing, sir, or waive it?
Wait a minute.
All right, so I am showing that you are requesting to waive the hearing. And so once you and I are done, sir, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign. Now, originally, sir, you were charged with one count of terroristic threat as a felony. I have gone ahead and dismissed that charge based on the information I have, sir, but I need to be clear, Mr. White. I am dismissing it at this stage. That does not mean that it's necessarily going to go away forever. The police officers may correct what they have done, and then at that point, bring that charge back against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Can you tell me the
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Mr. White, let me give you your bond here. It was 30. Excuse me, let me pull it back up. So the bond on the battery was 3,500. And then, of course, I dismissed the terroristic threat for you.
Yes.
And then only other thing I can tell you is the victim. You need to stay away from the alleged victim, Miss Rahzaneh, Rahzhaney. Last name is Hardaway. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions of me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, sir. Then that's all I have for you. Good luck to you.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. And are you Mr. Is it Raekwon White?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. White, you have three charges here. The first charge that you have against you is criminal damage to the second degree as a felony, sir. The second charge that you have here is theft by taking, which is also a felony as charged here. And then the final charge that you have pending against you is burglary with the intent to commit a felony. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you were charged with felony, sir, if you don't make the bond that I'm going to give you here this morning, your next court date is going to be December 29th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's going to be December 29th, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, as it relates to your bond, we're gonna go through each one individually here. So the criminal damage to property, sir, that bond amount is going to be $3,500. Count two, the theft, that bond amount is gonna be $5,000. And then count three, the burglary, that count is gonna be $50,000. And so your total bond, sir, is gonna be $58,500. You do have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from the alleged victim here. The name being Taria Mathis, Taria, last name Mathis, Mathis. You're also going to have to stay away from the address where this was alleged to have happened, that being 240 Flint River Road. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Lastly, sir, if I haven't said already, I have gone ahead and granted you a court-appointed lawyer, sir. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Good luck to you.
You got it right. Hey, David, you man?
I don't know, something more, she said about, you know.
Did they do Junior?
All right. And are you Mr. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tyrone Williams?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Williams, you were charged with one count of misdemeanor criminal trespass here, sir. The individual, the officer who wrote this warrant, sir, there were some things here that I believe were not very clear and were missing, okay?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
because those things were missing, I have gone ahead and dismissed this charge against you, sir.
Thank
But
you.
I want to be clear, a couple things. One, you're going to be released today. But let's be clear, sir, because I have released you here today and dismissed the charge, doesn't necessarily mean that they can't correct it and bring it back at a later time, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So otherwise, I say that to just say, you know, try to stay clean and clear of getting into any trouble, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, Mr. Williams, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hey, this man, Sean.
All right, good morning. Are you Mr. Wright?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wright, you were charged with one count of felony hindering apprehension, sir. Basically, they're saying that you concealed the apprehension of a known wanted person. That is a felony, sir. Because that is a felony, I'm going to talk to you this morning about bond. But if you are unable to make the bond amount that I'm going to give you, sir, your next court date is going to be December 29th. And that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. And that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's December 29th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Do you understand that, Mr. Wright?
I really don't, because this at a rooming house. I don't understand how I could.
So I can only go with what I got, you know, here. That's why I say, I mean, they don't have to be as clear here. But I can tell you what they're saying is that there was a wanted person that was living at this residence with you that you intentionally attempted to conceal. Now, if that turns out to be incorrect, you know, obviously you will have a lawyer that will be able to help you and clear that up for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So again, the new court date, if you don't make the bond, will be the 29th of December, 2025, Mr. Wright. And then as to your bond, Mr. Wright, your bond amount on the one felony hindering apprehension is going to be $7,500. Do you understand that, sir?
I guess no, I don't. I guess.
Well, again, I can't, sir, comment on the underlying charge. And so as it relates to the underlying charge, if in fact that's incorrect, you know, again, you will have an attorney and that attorney will be able to assist you and go over that with you. So we're not going to comment on, you know, whether you believe those charges are correct or accurate, but they are what we have this morning. Okay. Do you understand, sir?
I'm good though, but I don't agree. But all right.
Okay. Yes, sir. Good luck to you. And then if we want to do Mr. Hinton, and then we can do the juvenile, and I can check and see if they sent.
Yes, Judge, they sent for the juvenile, they send you the paperwork.
Say that one more time.
They send the paperwork for the juvenile.
Okay, I'm gonna check in 1 second. Deputy, do you have Mr. Hinton?
Yes, I have both the fugitive, Mr. Hinton and Mr. McKinney.
So I don't. Why did they? I thought we did Mr. McKinney earlier. I didn't understand why they brought him back. Can you confirm that with him?
Say again, Your Honor?
can you confirm with Mr. McKinney that I swore unless it's I did him on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, we signed the papers.
Yes,
that's what I'm
speaking
on.
Yes. I
had already done it.
He said.
Yeah, he can go back because I remembered his name. I looked at his warrant and everything.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Here goes Mr. Hinton.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Hinton. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, sir. God bless.
Good morning, sir. So, Mr. Hinton, your case is a little different, which is why we had you go last, sir.
Okay.
Unlike some of the other individuals that are here this morning, you are here not because you have something pending out of Clayton County, but there's an allegation that you have a pending outstanding warrant out of the state of Alabama.
Right.
Specifically, sir, they are alleging that you were in possession of a forged instrument in the state of Alabama. And so what happened is for I guess you were somewhere here in Clayton, and then at that point they arrested you and saw the outstanding warrant. Okay.
Okay.
Now, because you have this outstanding warrant, sir, you got a couple options. Option number one, you can tell me, Judge, I'd like for you and the sheriff's office to send me back to the state of Alabama, and I will deal with that warrant when I get there.
Okay.
That's option one.
Okay.
Option two is, Judge, I want to fight not the warrant, not the case, but I want to fight the procedure that the state of Alabama used to get me to go back. If you tell me you want to fight it,
Right.
you may sit here up to 90 days, and then you will get a hearing here in Clayton County.
Okay.
With option one, again, if you say, Judge, send me back, they've got to come get you within 30 days or we release you.
Right.
Option two, you want to fight it, the hearing, not the charges, just the hearing procedure.
Right.
You'll have your hearing, but you may be here up to 90 days.
Okay.
All right. Which would you like to do, option one or two?
I don't want to go to Alabama. So
Okay.
that
So-
sounds like option two.
Okay, and I just want to make sure I'm clear. So option
Right.
one, again, you don't. So what I hear you telling me is you would rather wait here for your hearing, but understand,
Right.
you were not fighting the charges. Okay, I want to be
Right.
clear.
Right. I understand that. Right.
Okay, what you are requesting here is for your hearing to
Right.
happen in Clayton County,
Exactly.
where they will determine if the procedure was correct. Now, again, let me add just one last thing, Mr. Hinton.
Okay.
If you have your hearing here,
Okay.
and they determine that the procedure was done correctly,
Okay.
again, you may wait up to 90 days. You may be here about 3 or 4 months.
Right.
Then they're gonna send you back if they determine that it was done correctly. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I want to make sure that I'm also clear about that.
Don't want to do that. No.
either one, you go-
No, I go with the first one. 'Cause
Okay. And
I
I just
already,
want
like, you don't really more or less tell on yourself, but I already know.
okay. Well, don't
Yeah,
don't get
yeah.
too much into detail because I don't want
Yeah.
you to say. But,
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So then there's going to be about 6 pieces of paper that you're going to sign. They're going to look exactly the same, one after another.
Right.
But if you would do us the honor of just signing those pieces of paper,
Gotcha.
and then once they've got your signature, sir, they'll get the process started to getting you back to Alabama. Okay.
I got a question for you.
Yes,
Any
sir.
way possible I could run this like concurrent?
So again, that's what I wanted to make sure you understood.
Right.
We're not even talking about the charges. They'll
Okay.
deal with that when you get back to Alabama.
Got you. Got
All
you.
right. Good luck to you, sir.
Got you.
All right.
Thank
Thank you. Yes, sir. All right, and so I believe the only thing should be remaining is the juvenile. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you want to go ahead and bring him up, Mr. Al-Karim, I think I've got it here.
Yeah. Judge, you want me to turn on the camera since you're
Yes, please.
streaming live?
All right, just give me 1 second. I'm clicking on it. It's rather lengthy. Let's see. Give me one moment, Mr. Alcaram. I'm just getting everything together here.
All right, Judge.
All right. All right. All right, sir. I'm ready, Deputy, if you want to turn on the camera for him. All right, Mr. Alcaram, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Alcaram, you've got several charges here. You were charged with malice murder, 1 count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, 2 counts of cruelty to children, 1 count of felony tampering with evidence, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by an individual underage. These are all felonies, sir. Because of the severity of these charges, sir, I am not going to be able to grant you bond this morning as to any of these charges. And so what's going to happen is, sir, you are going to get a couple of court dates that I'll give you here this morning. The first court date is going to be, I don't know if you were able to hear it, but the first court date is going to be what's called a preliminary hearing, sir. That's going to be December 29th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's December 29th, Mr. Karam. That's at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. That's going to be where you are present, the judge is present, as well as the individuals that, you're present, the judge is present, as well as your attorney. The purpose of that hearing, sir, is for you to go over your case with them. And that's where they're going to determine whether or not there's enough evidence for your case to proceed to the prosecutor. Okay? Now, because you're on a no bond, sir, the second court date you're going to get is going to be January 2nd of 2026 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And that's where a new judge will be able to reconsider whether there's enough evidence, not whether there's enough evidence, but whether or not they want to grant you bond. So again, you're on a no bond today. First court date is going to be a preliminary hearing, December 29th. Second court date is going to be January 2nd of 2026 for a bond hearing. Do you understand that, Mr. Alcaram?
Yes.
All right, sir. Well, then that's all I have for you, sir. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And I believe the deputies have already logged off, so that's all we got. Thank you all.